It is so wonderful to have you here. I am so glad that it was me who was chosen to take you through your ritual of putting on your makeup for the first time. I know it can seem daunting, especially after seeing your predecessors in the makeup preparing to go onto the stage for the ritual, but there's something very empowering about it, about wearing the skull makeup for the first time. It is your badge of office, Papa. I am sorry to hear about your predecessor dying in such unfortunate and unexpected circumstances. These things are unavoidable, and I'm sure that you were completely absolved of any guilt, especially when you were chosen yourself. I'm going to put on my glasses so that I do not make any errors. Unfortunately, I am not quite as youthful as you. For the base, we're going to use a white. This will remove all natural contours on your face and hide any wrinkles. And finally the black. We'll be putting this around your eyes, your nose, above your philtrum, just under your lips, and contouring your face into a truly ghastly image. This may tickle a little, and the paint is quite strong smelling, but you will learn to associate this with incense, the roar of a crowd. Papa Nil always said that to wear one's paint for the first time was truly embodying the spirit of the ministry. If you wish me to stop, just say and I will stop. And try and remember what I'm doing, because you will need to do this alone one day. So first I'm going to take the brush and the face paint, and I'm going to work up a nice... I do hope they're not coming here. Not again. And the ghouls have already fed today. They will be getting fat. I apologize, Papa. You need to get a nice, thick coverage. And we'll be applying this to all of your face. The thicker the first coat, the better. I tend to avoid the mouth, nose, eyes at first, making a sort of paper bag cutout of the face. Your predecessor preferred to do his own eyes. If you get this in your eyes, it will not blind you, but it will not be nice. We make a few mistakes, but I would advise you to keep a pack of wet wipes at the side of the stage, as well as your makeup. Your predecessor's predecessor enjoyed this bit above the forehead. He said that it felt like a blessing. He was also prone to sweating quite a bit. So, if you are, perhaps a little primer wouldn't go amiss. Okay, we let that dry. We look for any patches. You particularly want to be aware of around the neck. Your predecessor, he liked to have a very mask-like effect. So he would leave his neck and his wattle clear. Your predecessor's predecessor, he at first preferred to go all the way down, and then his vestibants covered. And your predecessor's predecessor, well, he liked all white. Papa Nil these days does not prefer it so, but I think he's well and truly earned his title. It should start to feel a little bit strange on your face, like a thickness. It shouldn't crack. The old stuff used to crack terribly. Have you considered which ghouls you're going to use? Are you going to summon some fresh? You should be quite adept at greater magic. I'm excited to see the changes you ring in. For your eyes, we're going to use a smaller brush because it is easier to control the motions. You'll want a similar consistency for this. Around your waterline, which to you would be this part of the eye, you will require something a little more waterproof. You do not want to appear to be crying during the ritual. Leave that to the evangelists. As you can see, I'm working up a thickness on the brush. Use as much water as you think you may need. There's plenty of it. And when it's nice and thick, begin. Start at the inside corner of your eye and work your way out. This may tickle. I would be grateful if you kept still. It's all right to flinch or to wish to close your eyes. Your predecessor's predecessor once got this in his eye, and he was crying black tears for an hour. That was quite funny. Of course, I was younger then. I used it to my advantage and ran away. Now that the under the eye is covered, you want to go around and above. close your eyes in this bit because it will cause it to run uncomfortably. Okay, if you'd like to close that eye for me, that would be very helpful. Now moving across the eyelid, right down to the lash line. You will not be required to wear mascara. So just close that eye for me and allow that to set. Yes, you are starting to become. How does it feel? Good. When the eyelid starts to feel tight, you may open your eye. We will take up any little bits with a smaller brush. Let's try the other eye. Same process. Now, you may be concerned that when you are on the stage during a ritual, you might sweat considerably. You may use a primer before makeup, and after that, you may use a setting powder or a setting spray. Both have their advantages. This is such a thick black, and if you smell it, you will smell that it has been used backstage. You can smell the frankincense. Please close the eye. The eye is so sensual. Good. Now we're going to do the nose. This is quite simple. I've always imagined it to be something like an exclamation mark without the point. Of course, this is all a basic paint. You may complicate, simplify, whichever you feel is more appropriate during your rituals. Yes. An even smaller brush. We will use this to carve out your cheekbones. Here and here. I usually start with a hard line with a shadow. Forgive me, Papa. brushing can help make the shadow more natural looking. Although it can make you awfully messy. Again, baby wipes. And finally, the thinnest brush. You do not need such a thick paint on this. We're going to paint in the skull lines of your deer. Yes. Yes. You are Papa. If I may offer you some advice which I've offered other papas before you, give them